Listen, I'm so thrown off about what I just had to rewatch and relive. I'm doing all this over the phone. You remember the Am I a Racist movie? Pretty good movie. I'd recommend everybody go see it because you get to see in real time how stupid some people truly are when it comes to talking about race and how to deal with it. Do you remember all those years ago when them two college students got into this big argument about white kids being in the multicultural center and they made it this big issue because how dare those white supremacist teenagers, probably early 20-year-olds, show up and study for potentially a test, potentially a midterm, maybe a final exam, and how dare they invade that large ass room because, oh my God, every culture can't be in there. It only has to be those little bit darker skinned cultures to fit in.
ASU's investigation found us guilty of interfering with university activities.
You're offensive. Police lives matter?
You have the same sticker.
We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
We've got a Police Lives Matter sticker and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. You just said we have to leave.
No, I said... You're making the space uncomfortable. But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space? It means you're not being centered.
White's not a culture?
No. No, it's not a culture. It's white is not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a culture?
And these people went through all of that to try to make themselves out to be the victims. The college said that they were stupid. Everybody else that watched that said they were stupid. And all it took for anybody to realize it anymore was them going through that entire process and being found stupid for what they were doing.
Dear white people, aka ASU.
You openly discriminated against us on November 16th when you handed down your decision from your racially biased investigation. We are being persecuted for defending our multicultural center from racism and sexism. You gave us 2 punishments. The first one was a warning, and the second one was to write a 3-page paper on how next time, when we talk with white people about race and society, we will be civil.
This video is in fulfillment of our educational intervention. We're going to give ASU an educational intervention on why telling students of color at ASU to be more civil in the face of white supremacy and neo-Nazism on this campus is actually violent.
And I thought I would never have to hear from them again. My life was peaceful. I saw birds chirping, flowers growing, food being inseminated into people's arms. I was happy. But then I forgot that I went to go see that movie and I saw that cretin in that movie. And I saw it, I brushed it off, and then I kept enjoying the movie until I realized I had to watch it on social media again. And I don't know how to point this out to this individual, if she, they, whatever it could possibly be with those pronouns, whatever goes on, I just want you to know, from colored to colored, you sound fucking stupid.
What's up with white people?
Where do we start?
Maybe reframe the question a little bit. What's wrong with white people?
A lot of it has to do with cognitive dissonance, which allows white people to feel okay about what happened. There's actually a lot of studies on Nazi doctors and how they were able to live with themselves. And it's not that much different than white Americans or white people around the world, right? It's this splitting of the self. And so you have this part of you that knows that they did wrong, the shadow self, and that you have to split that, and you have the other self that's like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Racism? Why are you blaming me for what my ancestors did? It's not my fault.
Is racism inherent to whiteness?
I would say so. I would say that we need to abolish whiteness. It's always been rooted in othering the other people who don't fit into whiteness. But when we look at white culture, the only thing about white culture is buying things and stealing things.
How do I confront my shadow self?
Acknowledging the parts of you that are racist and then being able to unpack and unlearn those.
Could I say, if someone called me racist, could I say, well, I'm not?
You sound like somebody who doesn't really understand that in the grand scheme of things, what you're saying sounds like a pipe dream. If I'm supposed to sit here and look at a crowd of white people and say, you all need to recognize your shadow self because the deal with white people is that you have all of these issues deep inside, and we studied this because we got something from the Nazis, and oh my God, this correlates with you evil white people and how your blood just sees black people and just thinks, ar, 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 ar. It's stupid. And if I was to be a cantankerous little asshole, what's stopping me from saying, okay, so whatever bullshit cockamamie ideas you done put in other people's minds as regards to white people being racist, how come individuals can't do that same logic with you? Because let's be honest, we've seen criminal activity from black individuals. We've seen criminal deeds done by black individuals. What's to stop a stupid person from saying, this must be in your DNA. This must be you deep inside that bloodstream, because black people are genetically capable of committing more and more crimes. Well, golly gee willikers, Batman, don't that sound fucking stupid? And that's how you sound, belligerent little child who lacks life experience. I keep saying this, and the reason I keep saying it is not to sound smart. It's not to sound like an intellectual. It's because I use my 2 fucking human eyes to see people doing things they either should or shouldn't be doing. If you don't want to be racist, here's what you got to do, free of charge. You see what a racist individual would do or say to individuals who don't share that skin color. You see how they talk about them. You see what actions have been done to them in history. And you look at that and you say, I don't want to do that at all. I want to be better than that. I don't need to participate in any of this. And if somebody accuses you of being racist, you give them one of these and send them on their merry way, because they still gonna sit there and think you're racist while you continue leading a good life. And that's all you gotta do. And what's irking me is that this bitch was asking for $1,500. And Matt Walsh gave it to him, arguably just to have the opportunity to make more money on the back end, having this motherfucker put on the big screen to look stupid. And it worked, but it's like, damn, Matt Walsh, let me get some of that and let me do the interview, because I sit there and not be cordial. I won't have a wig on. I'll probably do it all in a bonnet because I washed my hair, and I'll just let that stupid bitch explain herself for her stupid bitch tendencies. And then I drag out and let the world know that her logic is flawed, and that's all I would need to do. But I can do that from the comfort of my room, from the comfort of any room, and my ability to just see something stupid and linguistically bury a motherfucker 6 feet deep, because you will not be able to defeat racism with stupid individuals who are trying so hard to be the white individuals they fight so hard to not be and not support and be against at all times. Racism will be kept alive by stupid individuals who participate like this, unless more and more people look at them and say, you're dumb, and look at the racist people and say, you're dumb. And if we can't do that, where this cycle is going to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat until someone comes along to tell people like this to shut the fuck up. And that's why I'm here, to tell this bitch to shut the fuck up. So shut the fuck up. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. I'm going to sleep.